Welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready to dive into the world of trading? We're tackling Forex and cryptocurrency today. Using this article from IG International, we're going to break it all down like your cheat sheet to understanding these markets.
And not a moment too soon, huh? These markets are really changing how we think about money, tons of buzz. So, yeah, getting a clear picture of the differences is key.
For sure. So let's jump right in. This article starts by comparing who's involved in each market, helps to understand who's playing the game, right?
Exactly. With Forex, it's the big players, central banks, commercial banks, these massive financial institutions shifting huge amounts of currency globally.
Yeah.
It's that classic image of the trading floor, just on a global scale.
So Forex is more the establishment then. What about crypto? Is it all Silicon Valley kids in hoodies?
Well, you've got your exchanges and miners, of course. But what's really interesting about crypto is that everyday people are a significant part of the market. That accessibility is a huge part of the appeal, really democratizing finance in a way we haven't seen before.
Which makes you wonder, if more people are getting involved with crypto, how does its size actually compare to the more established Forex market?
That's the thing. Forex is still the undisputed heavyweight champ. But, and this is where it gets interesting, crypto's market value hit, get this, $1.5 billion in 2021. That's some staggering growth, and I think indicates a potential shift happening in the financial landscape. Even though it's dwarfed by Forex right now, that kind of rapid growth, nobody's ignoring that.
It's definitely not just a fad. Okay, we've talked about the players and the sheer size of these markets, but what about their structure? This is where I think a lot of people get confused.
Yeah, and for good reason. It can be a bit of a maze.
Yeah.
One of the key similarities, though, is that both markets are decentralized. Now, rather than getting bogged down in definitions, what's fascinating is what that means for you as a potential trader.
Okay, so no central bank calling the shots, but how does that play out differently in Forex versus crypto?
So with Forex, that decentralization happens through this global network of banks, institutions, individuals, like this massive web of transactions. Crypto, on the other hand, relies on blockchain technology.
Yeah.
Think of it like a giant public digital ledger recording every single transaction, making it, at least in theory, transparent and secure.
Right, and blockchain is a whole other deep dive in itself.
Absolutely. But for now, important to remember that this difference in the underlying technology also affects how accessible each market is to the average person.
Which brings us perfectly to our next point. This article highlights accessibility as a key difference between Forex and crypto. So, say someone's listening, totally pumped, wants to dive in. What are we talking about here? What are the barriers to entry?
Well, Forex is generally considered more accessible. You can get started with a relatively small amount of capital through traditional brokers, like, say, IG International. And, important for you busy bees out there, the market's open 24/5. Crypto, however, has its own set of hoops to jump through.
Yeah, I've heard setting up a digital wallet and navigating those exchanges can feel like learning a whole new language.
It definitely has its complexities. You'll need to choose a reputable exchange, navigate verification processes, and make sure your digital wallet is secure, all important, but yeah, it can be a bit daunting for a newbie for sure.
It's like the wild west of finance out there. And speaking of wild, let's talk about the thing everyone seems to associate with crypto: volatility. The article specifically mentions this as a key difference between Forex and crypto. So, for someone who's new to trading, what does volatility even really mean for them?
Yeah, volatility basically boils down to how much an asset's price jumps up and down. High volatility means you can see huge swings in price, even within a single day. And let's just say crypto is known for its roller coaster level ups and downs, way more than Forex.
So Forex is more like a steady climb, while crypto is for the adrenaline junkies.
You could say that. Forex markets have their share of ups and downs, sure, but the movements are generally much more gradual. Crypto, on the other hand, can swing wildly, which means higher potential rewards, but also, much higher risks.
Okay, makes sense. Higher risk, higher reward, the classic trade-off. But sounds like understanding your own risk tolerance is pretty key here, huh? Before you even think about diving into either market.
Absolutely. Knowing your risk appetite is crucial before making any investment decisions, especially in markets as dynamic as Forex and crypto.
Right. Nobody wants more surprises than they bargained for.
Exactly. And that's why this article really emphasizes doing your research, understanding the differences between these markets.
It's like anything else in life, really. You wouldn't buy a car without kicking the tires first.
Right.
And you definitely wouldn't jump out of a plane without checking your parachute twice. So why treat trading any differently?
Precisely. And just like those examples, there are ways to mitigate risks. In the case of trading, that means educating yourself, understanding the tools and strategies, maybe even seeking guidance from a financial advisor.
Knowledge is power, and a healthy dose of caution never hurt anyone either.
Couldn't agree more. There's a lot of excitement around these markets, but approaching them with a level head and a clear understanding of those potential upsides and downsides is key.
It really does feel like having a solid understanding is key here.
It really is.
Yep.
These markets are constantly evolving. What's true today might be totally different tomorrow, so continuous learning is so crucial.
Not about making a quick buck, but about really understanding the bigger picture.
Exactly. Whether you're drawn to that, more established world of Forex or the exciting kind of potential of crypto knowledge is your most valuable asset.
For sure. And luckily, resources like IG Academy really make it easier than ever to dive in and learn more.
Absolutely.
Well, we covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, everything from who's who in each market to volatility. But if our listener takes away one thing from all of this, what would it be?
For me, it always comes back to informed decision making. Do your research, understand the risks, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Love it. It's about empowering yourself to navigate these markets with confidence.
Exactly.
That sums up our deep dive into the world of Forex and crypto. We hope you found it insightful, maybe even a little inspiring. Until next time, happy trading, and remember, keep diving deeper.